We all get at this point that pharmaceutical companies deciding to unilaterally, without any reason, raise the price of medication is really more about their own financial interest than anything having to do with our good health. But it can be a bit abstract. It's not gonna be in the video you're about to see though, because Representative Katie Porter had the CEO of Celgene in, and she very clearly, very simply explained the connection between his own personal financial interest and the way they manipulate the price of pharmaceuticals.
Do you know what this number is? Does it ring any bells?
But I think you're referring to my compensation in some way.
Yeah, well, in some way. This was your compensation in 2017 for being CEO of Celgene, and that's a lot of money. It's 200 times the average American's income and 360 times what the average senior gets on Social Security. Now, of that 13 million, about 2.1 million came from your company hitting yearly earning targets. And more than half of the bonus formula was based on those targets. Any increase in the price of Revlimid would also increase your bonus by increasing earnings. Isn't that right, Mr. Ellis?
If revenues increased and expenses did not, then earnings would be enhanced.
Thank you. Mr. Ellis, in fact, the Oversight Committee found that if you hadn't increased the price of Revlimid, you wouldn't have gotten your bonus. Mr. Ellis, do you know how much you personally received in bonuses over 2 years, the last 2 years, just because Celgene raised the price of this one drug, Revlimid?
I receive very generous compensation, but I don't know the exact number that you're referring to.
In fact, you personally received $500,000 personally just by tripling the price of Revlimid. So to recap here, the drug didn't get any better. The cancer patients didn't get any better. You just got better at making money. You just refined your skills at price gouging. And to be clear, the taxpayers spent $3.3 billion on Revlimid.
Okay, there's so much that's so great. Like as you pointed out, she's like, let me look at these numbers. You know what? Actually, let me put on my glasses and look at these insane numbers I just sketched out here. The way she's like, do you know how much you personally earned? I'm not gonna wait for you to say it. I'm just gonna write it in right here. She was so prepared, so smooth.
So smooth. I liken, first of all, she's like the Bob Ross of the courtroom. Secondly, I liken that whiteboard to Thor's hammer Mjolnir. It's just like the powers it wields, man, because you can't deny the visual proof here. I want to create a fragrance that makes me a badass called Badass by Katie Porter, pour home, just spray it on, because she comes hard and she comes with facts, and she's like this bastion of bravery and compassion for people, and God, she just unapologetically is not afraid to go after people and say, here are the facts, here's what you need to know, and call them out publicly and hold them accountable. And I think accountability is something that a lot of people are afraid of. I think accountability is something that's lacking. And it's not like she's one of these people, John, that just screams. You know, on social media, people are very loud and they claim to have facts. They claim to have all the knowledge. They claim to have done the research, but when you really strip it away, they don't. They're just regurgitating things that aren't vetted, right? Katie Porter has done her research extensively. So when she's on that stand talking to someone and really grilling them, she has the facts that are really gonna get the point across. And this was just this was great. This is great entertainment. Thank you so much for those moments in television. And secondly, I think that we need more of that. We need more of that to hold people accountable. And everyone needs a whiteboard with a dry erase marker. Just like much like cell phones have become a weapon to save your life in 2020. Whiteboards and dry erase markers are doing the same.
This is my cell phone. Mr. Kilway, it scans my fingerprint each time I go to unlock it. Is this a weapon?
No, ma'am.
Can this fire bullets that shred people's vital organs? This phone?
No, Congresswoman, it can't.
Then why should this device require more steps to operate than your company's firearms, which have been used in accidental shootings, mass shootings, and homicides?
Congresswoman, respectfully, your cell phone doesn't generate internal pressures of upwards of 60,000 pounds per square inch.
These fingerprint scanners are offered in some firearms. Some manufacturers sell this and they work. Your company and Mr. Daniels' company chooses not to. Let me demonstrate again how long this takes. It's instant. It's instant when I pick up my phone.
Now, she said there that it's a phone, it's not a weapon, but it also kind of was in that the pen is mightier than the sword way, because she knows how to use a prop and she knows how to make a point. There are guns that you can buy that you have biometric sensors for, fingerprints and those sorts of things. You cannot fire the gun without that. That could be, let's keep it real. That could be on every single new gun sold in America, but they don't want to do that. Why? Because it wouldn't save lives? No, they know that it would save lives. They've put that on one side of the scale, and on the other side is some extremist gun nuts have been convinced that doing that sort of check is big government, that it's part of, they're gonna be able to confiscate your guns or shut them all down remotely or something. It's insane conspiratorial stuff, but they believe it because they heard Rush Limbaugh say it once or Alex Jones. And so for that reason, because they think that if they put that on their guns, they might not sell quite as many of them, they will leave these guns able to be fired by random people. And we didn't have time to fit on the rundown today. A family in Indiana had an unimaginable situation. They had taken their, I believe, 6-year-old, you can check the facts, I don't have the story in front of me right now, to a firing range. They come back, the kids are there, 6-year-old, 5-year-old, and one of them takes the gun and shoots the other. That didn't have to happen for a lot of different reasons. There are a million different ways that could have been stopped from happening, but this sort of system would have stopped it from happening. But we can't have this because that might cut into gun sales. And now you have a family that is broken, that is experiencing unimaginable anguish right now. And it could have been averted, but guys like that you saw, they're not interested in doing that because they're more interested in maintaining their current level of profits.